Happy Wednesday, and welcome to the weekly update with Kyle Johansson and the mayor. Kyle, we've got typical spring weather, I think, right?
Tornado peak season's right this month, right now.
Be going up and down and up and down, and pollen everywhere. What are the next 7 days going to look like, Kyle, here in the city of Athens?
So today we've got cloudy skies, high of 62. Tonight the same thing, low of 51, cloudy skies. Tomorrow we got cloudy skies again, high of 71, low of 56. We got Friday thunderstorms very likely, high of 73, low of 57. Saturday showers, high of 67, low of 50. Beginning Sunday, we got a ridge of high pressure beginning our first summer heat wave of the year, high of 73, low of 52, partly cloudy. Monday, partly cloudy, high of 80, low of 55. Tuesday, sunny skies, high of 83, low of 58. Next Wednesday, we could be approaching 90 degrees, high of 87, low of 61. Actually, for next Friday, we could actually have highs approaching or surpassing the 90 degree mark. First 90 degree mark since August of 2021. So, and also that weekend, we got a superhero 5K at Richmond Avenue Park for Athens County Casa Gal program for Jenny Stotts, which she's the main person that she's doing this for. So not only they're going to have the superheroes there for kids, they're going to have all kinds of activities, bounce houses, cone of ice, face painting, crafts, and you know who's going to be there? Rufus will be there as well. And not long after that, we got, actually before that does occur, we got softball at noon, doubleheader baseball on Sunday for Mother's Day. That's actually going to be a good day to do it because it's supposed to be actually really drying out the moisture and soil in the ground. Then we got, shortly after the superhero 5K, we got the last home baseball games of the year, the 19th through the 21st. Weather's looking very promising for those events as well, as the big ridge of high pressure comes in over the area and cut off this main upper low, which could become our first tropical cyclone of the 2022 Atlantic hurricane season. And speaking of hurricane season, this week is Hurricane Season Awareness Preparedness Week, which means it's time to prepare for another active hurricane season, which could be another La Nina summer, could bring us more hurricanes, more tropical storms, and more major hurricanes, including for more landfalls in the United States itself alone. And we got more sports coming up for athletics, which I was just speaking about that for softball, doubleheader baseball on Sunday, baseball Monday. That's looking very promising for those events. We got 3 more home baseball games, Thursday the 19th, Friday the 20th, and Saturday the 21st. Copperheads beginning on June 7th. And don't forget, on June 18th, the Juneteenth Festival is taking place on College Green near the auditorium, which is actually going to be a good place to do it. It's on the scenic area of College Green. It's actually the best place to do it. It's actually all in the uptown districts areas. And then not long after that, I'll be going up north and east for the 4th of July. I'll be gone July 2nd through the 8th. We'll be going up to Niagara Falls and then going up to Toronto for 2 nights each. And not long after, soccer, volleyball, field hockey, football, and all OU sports are starting up running. And the deadline for OU football tickets, it's the 31st of this month. And don't forget, the Turning Gold football game is the 24th of September. That's 3 days before I turn 24 years old. And coronavirus cases are, COVID active cases in our county has actually went over 100, but that's because the move-out week, and also a lot of the students were graduating. But since all the students are gone, we should start to see these coming back down once again. So that's a good sign. We're in the endemic mode, which is a good sign because we're the first country in the endemic mode. Promise, fingers crossed. And during this pandemic, it's actually approaching faster than what? Sooner than quick than later. Yeah.
We're not out of the woods yet, but you're right. That
the endemic is here.
Endemic is here, and I know that Dr. Fauci kind of came out and said that, and then had to kind of walk things back a little bit so that people didn't think that the pandemic was gone. It's just that it's an endemic now.
It's getting closer toward that area.
Yeah.
That time frame as well.
And Kyle, I was a little bit surprised. I believe it was Saturday of last week that I ran into Rufus, and Rufus was wearing softball gear and was with the women's softball team. And they were doing
hot air. You mean? Yeah, first day.
Yeah, hot air balloon rides.
Yeah, they do it all the time in Albuquerque too.
It was pretty cool. My daughters got to go for a tethered hot air balloon ride right there at Tailgate Park, and like I said, Rufus was there, and it was really pretty cool. I'm just saying that to kind of rub it in, that I know
that's
that you
good.
didn't get to see Rufus on that day.
But
But
I'll see
anyway,
him on Sunday, though, for
it
sure.
was pretty cool. Tomorrow is Cinco de Mayo, and not only is it Cinco de Mayo, it is the Welcome Back Dora Day. It's the designated outdoor refreshment area will go live tomorrow. It runs Thursdays through Sundays here in the Uptown area. Thursdays from 5 to 10, Saturdays from noon to 10, and Fridays and Saturdays noon to 10, and then on Sundays it is noon to 8 p.m. So the Dora is the designated outdoor refreshment area. It's basically Court Street from Carpenter all the way down to Union, and then Union down West Union to the proximity of the depot in that area. That's an area in which you can purchase in a very special cup called the Dora Cup, and have a beverage to where you're able to take it out and walk on the sidewalks in the designated outdoor refreshment area, or sit on a park bench. Armory Park is included in the Dora, so you can, grab an adult beverage and go sit in Armory Park and enjoy that if you care to. It will be starting tomorrow, and it'll run through mid-August. So it's only during the summer months at this point in time anyway. So this is pretty exciting. It'll be the first summer where we have the full Dora season. So keep that in mind, that is going to be going live. There is an event that's going to be taking place right around the corner. It's going to be the 14th of May between 2 and 9 p.m., and it is a Taste of Athens County. That is going to be over on West State Street, to where there is a street closure. And that is an event, again, where you will be able to listen to live music, taste the Taste of Athens County. It'll be a number of food trucks that are operating on West State Street. And again, you can have a Dora cup drink in your hand and enjoy that. Also on the 14th, that is the first of 2 Athens County Recycling Days, where you can bring your large and hard-to-recycle items to the Athens County Fairgrounds, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. There you see the flyer with all the particulars in terms of what is acceptable and what is not. And then things that are acceptable for a fee, flat screen TVs, tires on rims, things of that nature. So, and a number of things, toxic or hazardous chemicals that will not be able to be brought down, if I'm not mistaken, for this recycling. We will have a hazardous waste recycling or collection day later on. But there you see October 1, and more closely, the May 14th. So 2 days this year to where if you've got large things that you really struggle with getting rid of, now is your chance. The Arts, Parks, and Recreation Department has some indoor court repairs going on. They're resurfacing the basketball and pickleball court areas in the community center, so it is closed. It's been closed since April 30th, and it'll run through May 9th with LED replacement overhead and the resurfacing and marking of the floor in the community center. Wee Wigglers, which would normally be this Friday, May 6th, is not going to be happening. That is canceled due to the gym floor resurfacing. So make sure you make note of that. And the Wee Wigglers will start up the next week after the 9th. Also, just want to share, this is great news, that we have a new hire, seasonal hire for the pool. This is Dr. Annie Olcott. There's Dr. Olcott. We have more PhDs now running around the city as city employees. It's great. She will be the pool manager. You're going to be seeing her down there. She has an extensive background in outdoor recreation. She is a full-time or a seasonal 9-month contracted professor at Ohio University at the Patton College of Education. in recreation, sports, pedagogy, and consumer sciences. She, in addition to her instructional role, she serves as the program coordinator for the Physical Activity and Wellness Program, serving over 2,000 students in all areas of sport, recreation, and wellness. She is a native of North Carolina and received her Bachelor of Science in Health and Physical Education at Appalachian State University. So she's going to be doing a whole lot for us. She is a certified lifeguard, CPR first aid at the basic level, and in addition to her certifications, she's also a first aid instructor. So it's great to have her coming on board, running the Starship Enterprise, which is the mechanical room at the new Athens City Pool. The Southeast Ohio Trail Runners Association has events coming up. They're hosting the annual Thunder Bunny Trail Race at Stroud's Run State Park. This is going to be Friday, May 6th and Saturday, May 7th. Saturday, the trail running, the runners will complete a 50K, 31 miles of running. It'll be passing through Sells Park on the Rock House Trail and the Athens Trail, which serves as an aid station at mile 23. So that's going to be sometime around 10:45 and 3 p.m. So just make note that the trails are going to remain open, but be mindful that this running event is going on through there, the Thunder Bunnies. The races will start and finish at Stroud's Run State Park Campground. They'll feature an 11K distance on Friday, and again, the 50 and 25K distances on Saturday. So there's multiple events going on. If you're interested in running in this, we encourage you to reach out to the group via their website, which is www.thunderbunny50k, that's the letter K.com. And check that out. This is pretty cool that we've got trail running coming at us again. And I think there's probably, wouldn't be surprised if later this summer we start to see some trail running taking place up in the Bailey Trail System as well. I also want to share in the world of recreation is that we were just given, there was an MOU signed, right of entry into the easternmost portion of the Ohio University driving range out at West State Street Park, rather. And this is for, the use of the land for 3 adult-sized soccer fields. This is something that we've been working on for quite some time. So it's wonderful to see people setting up and starting to mark at least 2 large soccer fields down there, because there's a lot of need for good level soccer field spaces here in the city of Athens. There's been some significant challenges with the fields that you see on the river near Walmart, with the flooding events that we typically have, high water events that we have. Those fields are extremely difficult to manage and maintain, and in some cases can become hazardous in certain locations for youth and adult play. So being able to use a portion of the driving range, again, it's the eastern portion of the driving range for soccer, adult soccer, and hopefully in the future be able to more formalize space use down there for soccer play on new soccer pitches, I should say, not soccer fields, football pitches coming at us in the future. Some upcoming meetings. The Athens Sustainability Commission is going to be meeting today, the 4th, at 6 p.m. here in council chambers, open to the public. The Joint Police Advisory Council will be meeting on the 5th, tomorrow at 5 p.m., and that'll be at the Ridges, 118 Ridges Circle. This is at the OUPD office, Ohio University Police Department meeting room, up at the Ridges. Again, it's 5 p.m., open to the public as well. And City Council, as usual, 7 p.m. Monday night here in council chambers, and that'll be May 9th. Other meetings coming up, the Athens Board of Zoning Appeals is going to be meeting Tuesday of next week. That will be at 7 p.m., also here in council chambers. And then the Shade Tree Commission is meeting Thursday of next week, the 12th, at 7 p.m., also council chambers. We've got a couple videos to show. The first one that you're going to be seeing is a video of the interior fly-through of the new fire station, the proposed fire station, which a big thank you to the citizens of Athens for voting in favor of the safety services levy, issue 1, passed last night with 59% of those voting in favor of that levy, which is where the funding will come from for new fire station headquarters building. The other video you're going to watch is meeting Dr. Catherine Ann Jordan, Arts, Parks, and Rec Director, and she has some words to share with you. But first, the Athens proposed fire department fly-through.
Hi there, my name is Catherine Ann Jordan, and I am the Director of Arts, Parks, and Recreation in the City of Athens. My career in recreation was inspired by several things. My love of the outdoors, my involvement in community recreation growing up, and then once I saw and realized that I could actually have a degree in recreation, that's whenever it really took off. And whenever I took out the catalog and I looked at the majors, which major I wanted, whenever I was having a kind of change of heart of what I wanted to do with my life and where I saw myself being, and I discovered that you could actually have a career in recreation, and so that was kind of the catalyst. I grew up in North Carolina, a town called Wilkesboro. It's in the northwest corner of North Carolina near Boone. Some people are familiar with Boone, and about an hour away from the Virginia border. We fell in love with the city of Athens pretty quickly. And that led us, because I have a family, a husband and 2 kids. So when I say we, it's, my family. And we decided fairly quickly that we really did not want to leave Athens. My studies and my previous positions have prepared me as a director. If I go back to my studies, I have a recreation management bachelor's degree. I have a master's degree in recreation and leisure studies focusing on human development, and then I have a PhD in parks, recreation, and tourism management focusing on community recreations. So as a PhD student, I was teaching undergraduate students about recreation administration. What does recreation management look like? What's the role that recreation and leisure plays in people's lives? What are the different funding sources? How do you budget? I mean, you get into the nitty-gritty. But also you get into that, what is the value? Why do we do what we do? And then of course with my position, so I worked up to being the logistics manager with North Carolina Outward Bound School. I've worked in a nature center. I worked again as a ski tech, and I've learned some lessons through all of those that I'm definitely carrying with me in this position. There are a lot of things that excite me about my new position. People ask me all the time because I'm 4 or 5 months in at this point. I switched careers, and folks ask me, how are you liking your new job? And I love everything about it. I'm definitely a people person, and so I think that's something that is important in this position. And I love being out there and listening to people, establishing new partnerships across the community. I can't say that there's one thing specifically that excites me the most. I think all of that. I say it's like the coolest job in the world, so, and I stand by that. This year, we have several things planned for the Arts, Parks, and Recreation Department. We have a lot of maintenance that needs to be done, so we're getting some roof replacements. We're renovating a building down at West State Street Park, but we're also we are hoping to continue our renovations down at West State Street Park, our park improvements, I should say. We already, one of the projects that was going on whenever I became director was a parking lot expansion at West State Street Park. So now we're going to be able to build new restrooms down there. So our hope and our long-term vision, at least for West State Street Park, is that we are creating that space so that we can program and have activities at that park all year round. We're going to get some skate park repairs done this year because skate park needs a little bit of love. We are also trying to build new tennis courts and pickleball courts, and so that process, we're having to problem solve a little bit, which is fine. That's what we do here, and I'm thinking creative about that. We also are trying to build back up our programming at Arts West and also our programming at the community center. And so we've already tried a couple new programs, which were a success, so we're hoping to repeat that. And so we're also building back up our staffing, so that's really going to help us be able to deliver quality programming to our community and also expand some of our programming to our community. We have started pool season preparation. Currently, we have some repairs that have happened that needed to happen. We're also going to get it repainted, so we're working. We're working with a company for that. We're also in the middle of interviewing lifeguards and pool cashiers, so we're working on building up our staff for the summer. We're working on scheduling and offering our own lifeguard certification courses. So we're also looking for a pool manager, so I think that is something, from what I've heard, I'm asking people about, last year, and then I know we were shut down the previous year, but the years before, what worked well, what didn't, what are some things that we can do so that we can have a successful operating season for the summer of 2022. My long-term goals as the director of the Arts, Parks, and Recreation Department are really, we need to have a master plan. Our last master plan was set in 2014, which means that data was collected prior to that. So it's time for us to have a new master plan in place, which we could make a 5 and a 10-year plan, and that will help us figure out what it is that the community wants now, and how can we work towards giving that to the community and providing those facilities and services and programs. My most basic goal, which is what I would want all of the time, but also I know it's going to take time to get there, but is to really have the amenities, the services, the facilities, the programs in place that every single community member and every visitor to this community has something that they can participate in, that they can engage in, that really helps lead to that quality of life. We're going to have to really think about ways to make our facilities and our services incredibly accessible. I know that's an area that we really need to work on and enhance and improve, so that we can reach all our community members and visitors who are coming. But we also need to work on the diversity of our programs and services. Who are we not reaching, even with everything that I hope to accomplish? And then how can we make everyone feel warm and welcome